Hi, I'm your host, G.I. Jada, and you are now tuned in to Successful Saturdays. So, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. You heard it. You are now tuned in to Successful Saturdays. And this week, as always, we have a really special guest. Shout out to our guest last week. We had Miss Najee Boyd on here of 21st Century Management. So if you missed that interview, be sure to run it back. And we're just going to get into it right now. I'm here with my lovely friend, actually, because we are good friends now. Right. This is Miss Jess. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be here. And before we get too into, we're gonna do a little icebreaker. And I just want you to tell the people how we met. How did you meet me?
Okay, so I met you by the wonderful Waylon Henry.
Yes.
So he is amazing. He's like the networking king. He saw a need, and so he's like, you know what, they need to meet. And we did. We needed to meet, and so we started communicating. I checked out what you were doing. You checked out what I was doing. We met, and here we are.
Yes. And we got so much more to go, you know
right.
what I'm saying? This is only the beginning. But no, for real, shout out to Waylon. He was on the show as well. So if you missed that interview, got to run that one back too. And met Waylon through my boy Josh. So it's just like networking really is
a real thing.
Key. Yeah, it's a real thing. Like it's really about who you know. So like she said, he connected the two of us. And we actually had got on a call, right?
Yes.
What was it, a FaceTime maybe?
Yes.
So it was like really informal. And before we get into like your businesses and stuff, like I just want you to like talk a little bit about your background. I think that's like what I was really impressed by and could relate to.
Yes.
So yeah, tell them just like a little bit of your background.
Okay, so Jessica Viser, CEO of Impressive Results by Jess, LLC. So I'm a beauty consultant. I take care of hair and skin. Mm-hmm. And so I started doing hair in middle school, high school, and I got my license in after high school because I saw the need to understand how to properly take care of hair and skin. And so I went to college, ran track. I was way in Kansas, nothing but the Boondocks. We had a bowling alley and Walmart. And I had a little surprise. I ended up having my daughter. So went back home, started back doing hair. It's like one of my passions to make sure I'm helping people look good because at the end of the day, how you look is like, it's mental health. So if you look good, you feel good. And what better way to, help somebody out than to help them feel better about themselves, feel better about a bad situation. And as y'all know, when it comes to women, if nothing else, we're going to keep our hair done.
Right, and if our hair is not done, we really feel like not ourselves.
Right.
Like you said, it's really mental health, but you're a huge mental health advocate as well.
Yes,
we can get into that if you want to a little later into the interview. And you have beautiful hair, by the way. Like you have this hat on, which is cute, always stylish. But you have like really beautiful hair. So I know you said you were into it and since middle school.
Yes.
And to my understanding, your family kind of has like a background in the same field as well.
They do. I have a wonderful brother. His name is Justin Viser. He goes by Famous J, and his shop is Famous Ways. And so it's out there in Acres Home. So if y'all want to know that location, I most definitely will let you know later. You can hit me up on Instagram, etc., and I'll pass that information.
So let's.
Oh yeah, and my sister. She has a business as well in beauty.
Shout her out. Shout out, sister
Jamie. Hey, girl.
Hey, Jamie. No, that's really dope. Like, were they in it first? Then you?
It almost was like we kind of ushered each other into it because I started taking care of his skin, and my brother was kind of like, he started playing around with cutting hair, and now he's a master barber. So it's just kind of one of those things, like we kind of fell into it. And my sister has always been like her own boss kind of deal. She's a GI as well. She's in the military, so, she always moving around, always taking care of business. And so I guess she was like, shoot, I could have me a business. So she does different businesses like, socks, etc. She does a lot of different things. She's amazing. So.
Yeah, we'll have to get connected. She doesn't live here in.
She's in Houston.
She's in Houston. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll have to get connected. She got to come up here on the show too. See,
sure will.
Networking. But the military for me, like Actually, when I was I think I was done with boot camp. Maybe I was in like my tech school learning my job is when I came up with like one of my first businesses that is actually still in the making. Like I kind of put a hold on that, and this has kind of like superseded it. But I feel her, like when you're running things in the military, you do feel like, you know, eventually you're going to have to get out, and it's like, what are you going to have to fall back on and things like that. And I definitely didn't want to go to like another job or like to corporate. You know, I already experienced that as well. And I talked about it before, how I kind of structure the same thing. Like my business is kind of, I run it kind of how like they run things in the military. But you yourself, you have like a background in the government.
I know. So I was in law enforcement for years, basically kind of still there because I'm still licensed. I just haven't really worked anywhere in a while. So I was a deputy out there for a constable office. I was an ISD officer where I did administration for training. So I was the training coordinator. I was over multiple officers, supervisors, my supervisors, just helping them keep up their hours, helping keeping the training calendar together. I worked with different programs, helping the kids, helping them be up to date on different statutes, because it's important for them to be able to properly interact with law enforcement. So it was just everything, just going into what we need to do to assist them and how we can work as a team to get them where they need to go. And so then I went into teaching. So here we are.
And were they like supportive of you and your entrepreneurship when you started Impressive Results? And
so at the police department, so it was kind of like, what Jessica doing now? Because, you know, they feel like I'm always doing something. Because when I was over there at the police department, I switched to teaching. Then I came back to the police department. And what they didn't know is I've always done hair. I've always taken care of it, but I started promoting it more. And so that was the difference, just transitioning to making it a brand. And not just, you know, something to make money here and there, and something for people to say, oh, look at Jessica, she's doing this too. No, it was always been something that I've taken seriously, and what I had to do is put a name on it. So
like, it's a big deal. You got your LLC.
Yes, I did. My business coach, he did an amazing job of mentoring me and helping me get through things. So that was a big help. So I'm appreciative, and I thank God for putting people in my life that assist me and want to see me do better. So
yes, that's what it's all about. Shout out to them. And when it came to getting your LLC, was that like difficult for you? You want to talk about that journey? I know like a lot of business owners, it's like, I want them to know how to do that.
Yeah. So in real life, my business coach, like the business that they have together, is tags, is mentoring, business coaching, and they do a lot of things for education. So it's just a lot of things that I didn't know about. They made it like very clear for me to understand. The things I didn't understand, they kind of, you know, baby fed it to me. Someone showed me this, then showed me that, and they literally put everything in place so I could be successful. So it was like a big assistance. And what people don't understand is not having that LLC, people can sue you. I don't need nobody suing Jessica. Jessica got 2 kids to take care of. But now, Principles by Jess, you know, she can
you
take
literally have to separate the business from the person. So that's like why it's very important for those to get their LLC. If you're like watching this and you need help getting an LLC, me and Josh are actually launching a takeoff program where we will do the same. We'll provide mentorship. It's like a master class. Like they're going to come to class. Every 30 days, we're going to have a new class, but we're going to not only like set their businesses up, we're going to walk them through their whole business plan, how to be profitable, and make their return on that investment within the first 30 days of their business. Amazing. So yeah, I definitely am looking to include people like yourself who have been there, done that, and have had that mentoring before. What are some difficulties as a business owner just in general that you feel like you've had to face since starting Impressive Results? Which, by the way, which like year would you say you started it, when you LLC'd it?
So in all honesty, to be truthful, I really started it like right there after high school, because that's where I really started charging people, setting prices, and it was just, I just finally got the LLC in what, 2019, 2020, and so that's when I redid my logo, etc. So I did like a whole like how you do a gender reveal, I did a logo
A business reveal.
So
Those are real things.
It was a lot of fun. It was different. I feel like everything I've been doing with my business have been put me in place to step outside of my comfort zone.
Yes.
And so when you do that, it's scary. It's very scary. Your family is probably like, you feel like they should be the most encouraging, but they the most discouraging because it's like,
those are facts.
Again, they telling you, so you gonna do what? Girl, ain't nobody gonna buy that oil. Girl, don't nobody want that dirt.
But they want you to do your hair and use your products because now you make products.
Yes. Scalp and hair treatments, shampoos, conditioners, beard treatments. I have skin treatments. So my beautiful friend right here has those products.
I do, and I'm so mad because I packed my little goodie bag to bring it because I'm going to show y'all. Look, I'm a brand ambassador now.
She's
so
amazing.
I packed up my products and walked right out of the door with them. But it's okay. Y'all are going to see them on my Instagram because I'm going to be promoting my reels. I have some problem areas that we tested it out, and I'm super excited about it. Okay. So, like, talk about a little bit about that process when it comes to your products. Maybe just pick one and walk us through the steps.
One thing that has been a big deal to me personally is, well, two things. I'm going to say two.
All right.
So my shampoo is a Jex exfoliating shampoo. That shampoo is a deep cleaner. And so the base of it is a African black soap and the mint oil. And so that African black soap is such a good support of moisturizing the hair when you shampoo it. And so having that as a base, I feel like was one of the best things I could have did. And so because I'm big on research from all my years of working at these different places, I've always had to look things up and get information to validate simple things.
Right.
And so now it's like, why not make sure that I can take care of people here? Once again, one of my mentors had a lot of hair, and then my kids have a lot of hair, so they was like the first people I really like tried each product on, my clients, and my clients was like, why you not selling this to people?
Right.
And so when I tell you, people reach out to me regularly, like a whole lot for the shampoo and the scalp treatment, and like, I guess different clients have their favorites, and so it's kind of like they'll get the kid one time, then it's kind of like, okay, well, let me get this, and this. You don't let me get that too, because it's like the products complement one another.
They do.
Because,
and one thing I do like about your products, sorry to cut you off, I know you like will tailor them to the needs of whatever the client is struggling with. And I can literally say, because we met up, this is not our first time meeting in person, we actually just like met up over some drinks, and I was like, yes, like I want to be the brand ambassador. Like, she brought me these products, y'all, like fresh off the press, fresh off the press, like everything was even still warm. Like, she was like, I made these and right before I got here. And I was like, just really, it was impressive. It was impressive. So go ahead.
Well, see, our slogan is,
What is it? What's the slogan?
So it's funny. So it's a backstory to it. That's why it's funny when I said so. One of my supervisors, anytime you would at the police department, anytime I would ask him for something, we'll have a gripe, not a complaint because we're grown, but just a little gripe, something we didn't like. And he'd say, you know what? No excuses. Just give me the results. And so I say, no excuses, just results.
Yes, just results, impressive results. Like, okay.
And so
slogan.
A lot of people, they would always say, instead of impressive results by Jess, I had some people say impressive Jess. So I kind of started using it for like some of my services. And so a lot of stuff that I do, like the beard treatments, one of the highest ones is the Jess experience, because it's kind of like, I'm experienced. So at the end of the day, whatever I give you, I'm going to give 100%, 200%, because I want to make sure that you enjoy what you did, it was impactful, and it was beneficial to whatever problem area you have. So,
what's the like your top seller?
Okay, so I would say the combination of the shampoo and the conditioner, and just alone the scalp treatment. When I tell you that in my beard treatment, like right now, I need to do some more beard treatment, because it's just like, because a lot of people use the beard treatment mainly for the skin. I have a lot of people that have eczema that will use their treatment.
Hello, right here. I'm a chronic, like really have it really bad. Like I literally have to I just gave myself a shot before we got here. Got to do that every 2 weeks. They ship them right to my house. And I remember that was my main concern. And you told me like, no, I actually have a few clients where they have that same problem.
Yes.
So you've already mastered a formula for eczema. So do you get a lot of more people have eczema than you
Yes, then you would even, like,
no,
seriously.
Right?
I was somewhere.
And our main problem be in the scalp. Like,
yes.
Real bad.
Yes.
Real bad.
Yes. And you wouldn't think that, but it is. And just a quick story with my niece, I love her to death, that's my baby. We all have relatively long hair, soft texture. Some of it is curly, some wavy. And so when she started losing her hair due to her eczema, that was like one of the saddest things to me because she's a kid. It's one thing for a grown-up, they'll slap on a wig or, do something real quick. But for a kid, you don't really want to put weave in their hair. You don't really, so watching her go through that transition.
Some weaves, make it worse.
Oh, yeah. And it was almost like, again, her image. So she used to have been all the way down here, and now it's like around her edges, she's having on problem areas. And so it was just a blessing and a joy to be able to assist her with that process. So my scalp and hair treatment was actually encouraged by her area that she needed assistance with.
Yes. So shout out, hey niece, if you're watching.
Leah, that's my baby. I love her.
And speaking of family, I want to go back to the topic you were touching on, and that being a difficulty, like getting your family to support you. Like, how have you overcome that?
Backstory. I'm a person that don't give a damn.
I was going to say, we don't get no.
like real life. So, at the end of the day, I've always been called nonchalant. I don't care about nothing. And I've always felt like I'm only going to care about what I can change. If this is something I can't make you want to do something, I'm not going to worry about it. And so when I saw that they wanted the stuff, but they didn't want to purchase the stuff, I just stopped,
putting your energy into them. Yeah.
And then it's like, now it's like, oh, well, can I get a facial? I'm ready for my beard treatment now. And it's like all these things. And it's like, now I'm doing so many things. And it's like, you can go and book like everybody else does and pay your deposit.
You can shop online and buy the product.
And it's to that point. So you literally have to treat everybody like a client. And my mama laughed at me because she said, don't be talking to me like I'm them people, ma'am. You're them people.
You're the main person. Okay.
So I love you, Jill. Hey, Fish. I love you, baby.
We love you, Mom.
And so it's just, learning that you have to trust yourself. And so that was one of the biggest things I feel like in all of my transitions that I have made is just knowing that if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And so the fact that I got in my mind that that's what I want to do, that's it.
Right.
Like
and we're those people that once we make up our mind, what we want to do is no stopping us. We're going to bulldoze right over you. You're not even like, you're a non-factor.
Non-factor.
At that point, that's a good word, right? You're a non-factor at that point, like no offense, but it just, they always want to, got to see it to believe it type of thing. Once they see the motion going on behind them, they're like, oh, okay, and then they fall in line.
Oh, yeah, of course. And it's just really just trusting yourself. I've learned that even when making content, I used to kind of send it to people before I posted it. Now, I'll post whatever. I don't care.
You don't need no approval, right?
It can be something that I know I could have done better than whatever. And
I had to realize that too. Even with doing these interviews, it's like some things it's the moment in time.
Oh, yeah.
Like tomorrow something else is going to happen, and the people are going to
today something else is going to happen.
Right. The people are going to forget about it. We're going to forget about it. Life goes on. So that's always like a good outlook to have on it. What would you say has been your most proud accomplishment so far with impressive results?
Impressive results. First Results by Jess has been a real journey. I've been kind of, working on like a magazine for my products because I feel like it's important to have more visual aids. It's something I can put into the barber shops and the beauty shops because you never know who will need what. And just to leave a card somewhere, it can be impactful, but what is it that you see if you sitting there getting your hair done and there's something right there, and it's colorful and it look pretty, you gonna
and
look
you
at
can flip through it while
you
you're
gonna look at
there.
it. And it's like, oh, well, who is this? And it's me. It's Jess.
Hello, what's gonna be in the magazine?
And so what I want to do is, well, I've already kind of started it, but I haven't put it out there just yet.
Y'all
but
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Look at each product and what they really do and how it can assist you. And like you said, I do cater to, especially my VIP clients. They already know. So I have some that's allergic to coconut oil. And so what I have to do is those products that come with coconut oil, I make sure that I switch it to like a eucalyptus or something that's not as harsh on their skin or not as harsh on their hair. Because at the end of the day, we just here to help. So we don't want nobody to have any backlash. And of course, it's all natural products, but people are still allergic to natural things. So you have to always take account for that. And those questionnaires are very imperative. Like some people, I kind of know them, but you never know who was allergic to what. Just like my VIP client, she was one of my church members. And I had no idea that because it was for her granddaughter, that she was even allergic to citrus. And so I had to start using another oil to make sure it's not irritating her skin. So it's just doing that research and making sure you're personable, because nobody wants to be sold. You know what I'm saying? Everything you purchase, you want to make sure that it's a need. And I'm here to provide needs. I'm not here for here you go real quick type of thing.
Right. Yeah. Which I love. I love that about you. Really put a lot of care and thought into the process. And I know we're going to see some pictures of you in the magazine because you're just so stylish. Like, she always looks so cute when I see her. And we mentioned it when we were having those drinks. You had mentioned, like, yeah, I just love getting dressed up.
do.
And I'm like, I can tell. Because she was stunting on me when we went to the meeting. I had just pulled up in some yoga pants because I was at work all day. I didn't want nobody waiting on me. I know how long I could take to get ready. Like, it was just a whole thing.
It was in my mind. I don't know. Like, so my big mama, God rest her soul, I love her. So she would always tell me, you never know who you're going to see.
That is true. I need to get a little better at that too, because if you catch me out looking crazy, that was not me, y'all. That was
one of my good friends. She's a beautician. She does amazing work. She stays in Raleigh. Hey, girl, Sasha, baby, that's my baby.
Hey.
And so one thing she posts regularly is it always says that you are your brand. You just smiling at somebody, it determines if somebody want to do business with you or not. Coming up, promoting my products originally, I did a lot of pop-up shops, so many network events, and they would always say, man, you don't even care when people say they don't want it. I say, well, at the end of the day, they just not my client.
Right.
I say, I'm not mad at them for not being my client.
They're not your target audience.
I just want the people that's for me. Like everybody else, they cool. And, you know, when they get stuff and they look at it as a donation, I mean, that's fine. I'll take the money. You know, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I would rather be able to assist you regularly.
Right.
You know, so.
And like you said, provide a solution to a need that the person has. And speaking of networking events and pop-up shops, I know you have one coming up. Let the people know what we got going on.
Yes, it's most definitely a we.
I love helping people, and like she came to be like, oh, I want to do this, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do it, girl. What about this day? Yes. How many people? Yes. And she's like, okay, I'm booking the spot, and I'm like, does she already had the flyer made and everything? Shout out to. Was it, you have an intern? You're mentoring someone?
Yeah, so I have an assistant. She's amazing. Michaela, hey, Kayla, girl, that's my baby. And so I actually met her. She was one of my students. And I noticed, like, how she would do different things on her iPad and stuff like that. And I said, what you think about this? We just kind of played, again, just chatting with her. And I try to make a point to know what my kids are into, what they like to do. That way I can try to incorporate it in my lessons. Now, I'm not a super teacher, but I do try my best to help them where I can. And she was just kind of like, oh, Ms. Viser, that's fine. Hey, you ain't do nothing wrong. And so she kind of saw what I was doing. And she just played around and just started sending me stuff. I'm like, look at you. So it started from there. And she actually has her own graphic design business that she promotes on Instagram, etc. And she has some clients as well.
And what's the name of her business? And this is the youth. I love the youth. So we always going to promote the youth.
Oh, my goodness.
The future.
Like Kayla, Lord, it's about
I put her on the spot.
Kayla Graphics, and so it's like a pink background. And I always tell her to post it. She's the cutest little thing, but she don't really post pictures of her. She only posts the work, which is of course professional.
Right,
but
we can help her find a balance.
Yeah,
I can't wait to meet her. I'm super excited. I'm definitely gonna see her at the event. So Go ahead and tell people about the event.
So it is Just Marketing and Mimosas. And so I'm very excited. We're going to have a live singer there. We're going to have this beauty right there. And she will be a part of my podcast, Just Talks.
Yes, because she does have a podcast. Little shameless plug. We're going to have a part 2 with you. So we'll follow up with that on the next interview.
Yes.
And I want to come on your podcast as well. So we're going to get all that done.
So I'm so excited.
Yes, what's the objective of this? I know you wanted it to be different than things you've done in the past.
I wanted it to be different because I've had pop-up shops. I had deals where I allow like stylists and barbers to come up there and kind of like a little mini hair show kind of deal along with the pop-up shop, and it was so much fun.
I was like, that's different too.
Yeah, so I'm an outside the box person.
Yeah.
Crazy thing, I'm actually going over a lesson with my kids called convergent thinking and divergent thinking because I'm my art of thinking teacher. So,
I love that.
and at this point, we're going over divergent thinking, which means you coming up with your own solutions. So they're not giving you the answers. You have to find the answers yourself.
So this time around in the networking mixer, what are some things we can expect?
I really want to give people an understanding of the marketing part, which is why this beautiful young lady
I'm gonna
will be a part of it.
Say my little 2 cents. Put together. I've actually put together a speech this time.
And no, I
just got into like the public, speaking.
Some people, they look at, okay, we're going to be able to go drink mimosas. I mean, yeah, mimosas are going to be there. They're going to be a part of it. Always. But that's it. Right, mimosas, why not? But it's like to see like, I'm welcoming black, white, Hispanic, like anybody that wants to do better.
Men,
wants to make
women.
Men, whoever, whatever profession you're in. Like one of the guys told me, well, do I have to have a business? I said, oh no, baby, everybody got a business. You just don't know what yours is yet.
Hello.
And he was like, oh, okay.
Right. So even though it's just looking for some inspiration, motivation.
Because some people are very nervous. They don't understand, like, right now, without having any money, you can start your business.
That's another thing me and Josh are going to teach them in our class.
And so I took a class at U of H, and U of H, the main campus, and it was called Sure. And so it's an entrepreneur course. And so it was literally like a semester. Like we had to go every Monday. It was real life. They help you do your business plan. They help you with marketing strategies, finding like the balance. So everything you were saying is literally like I went through a whole process. And so I did that, and this is after I've already been running my business and making money and et cetera. That was like, you still doing other stuff? And I say, well, if you want to improve, you should always be learning. I'm always a student. At the end of the day,
you are just dropping. I don't even have to ask the questions because you're dropping gems. Like that's one of my questions. What advice do you have? You've been giving good advice this whole time.
I just look at.
And you're not wrong. Every entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur that I know, that's what they say. Even the ones that are at the top of the top, even they have mentors that they still, to this day, learn from.
Your mentor got a mentor.
My mentor got a mentor who got a mentor who got a mentor. And I've been trying to rub shoulders with all of them, work my way up the ladder.
And it's like some people be like, oh, well, you just so nice to everybody. I say, well, no. I'm a professional. I'm not here to be nice. I'm not an actress.
This is real shit, okay?
Because I can kind of, weed through the BS. I've learned so much, and because I got paid to pay attention, literally, that was my profession as a police officer. I'm very good at reading people, like body language, facial expressions. I'm like, oh, okay, this was because at the end of the day, we don't have to talk long. All I need is a few minutes, and I can see if I want to continue this conversation or not.
No, and you told me that, like, when we met in person, you told me, like, on the call, I really enjoyed your energy, and then, but being with you in person, you're like, this is amazing.
It was flowing. We went over the time. Like it was just.
We was just like, okay, oh my God.
Right.
Like, even now I'm like, oh, we only got 2 more minutes left in the interview, but it's like, I still want to talk about so much more. But that's why, like I said, we're going to do a part 2. We're going to follow up. The networking event is September 30th.
September 30th. You can get those tickets on Eventbrite. And so it was just marketing and mimosas. And so it'll be September 30th. The times are going to be roughly between 2:30 and 4:30. And so be on time because it's going to end on time.
It's going to end on time.
So it's not one of them events.
We have to get out of there. My girl booked it, okay?
We literally have to get out of there. So you can get there on time or you can not. But we still leave it at the same time.
So if y'all need help finding that on Eventbrite, just message us. We'll send you the link directly. And I gotta ask, because it is Successful Saturdays.
Yes.
What does success mean to you?
Success means to me whatever you thought you could do that you see yourself doing.
Point blank, period. Short. And I was expecting a really long answer just because it's you. But I like that. Say it again one more time for the people in the back. What does success mean to you?
Success means to me whatever you didn't see yourself doing and now you see that you have achieved it. Because at the end of the day, life is short.
It is.
So if I said I didn't want to cuss nobody out tomorrow and I only cuss out one person, I still did good.
I still succeeded. I'm successful.
Because I didn't cuss out everybody.
I was just cussing people out on the road on the way here. They were literally cutting me off, though. I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. I just took my hands off the wheel, and Jesus just took it, and we're here. We're here. So, yeah, one more time, let the people know, like, where they can contact you, your Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
So the podcast is Jess Talks. I have an Instagram for that. It's on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Impressive Results by Jess. You'll see this beautiful logo. And I just love to assist people where I can. I'm on Facebook, Impressive Results by Jess. Snapchat, Impressive Jess, TikTok, Impressive Results by Jess. And all of them have my links in the bio.
Yes.
And if you go to my Instagram link, it will have the Eventbrite link, so you can go and get your tickets there.
And I am going to plug in all this information below, above, around, wherever you see it on the screen. It'll be there. And yeah, like I said, this is just the first of many, and we're going to have to follow with a part 2 because I feel like there's a lot of stuff. Like, we could just go on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So thank you. I just want to thank you. I appreciate you even having an interest to come and do this. I'm excited to be working with you. So far, me personally, I love the product. But I will say, because I'm getting my real feedback, I always struggle with shea butter. I told you the African soap, but African soap, it hasn't given me any problems. But shea butter, even when I'm like, okay, well, let me try this person's, let me try this. At first I thought it was just like store-bought ones, but it always breaks me. I wouldn't say it like breaks me out, but I think it might be like too thick. I have really thin skin, so I'll literally get welts. Like my skin will welt up as soon as I use it, and I just hate that because it's so soft. Like it does moisturize me, but then it's like my skin welts up.
Oh, so baby, we can fix that.
We can fix that?
We'll make sure we get something else to you, baby. We don't need that. It's cute to have whoops and stuff going on.
And I do it to myself every time, but I was just like, nah, man, this is like, she made this with love. Like this is fresh. And no, it's still the same thing.
Oh, no, that's fine, because whatever you can't use, you just can't use it.
I know, but I hate it because shea butter be leaving, like, look at your skin. Shea butter be really doing it for the people. So, yes, stay tuned so y'all can see my results, because I do, too. I have the problem with my edges, how you say your niece has. Yes. And you can't really notice it sometimes. If you go back and watch the last interview, though, like literally that I just did last week, I had my hair up in a bun and I had swooped my baby hairs right, but you can literally see what I'm talking about. So I'm super excited because fast forward from now, I'm going to put those two side by side and you're going to see that I got my edges back. Hey.
I'm so excited to be a part of the journey.
Yes.
Edges matter.
Yes, they do. They do. But thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in. You already know it's your girl, G.I. Jada. This is Successful Saturdays, and I will see you guys next week. And we're done. It's a wrap.
Right.